important to keep coming back to Ward 8 in South ACC?
It's just great. I think no matter what part I'm in, it's just the opportunity to give back to the community, kind of bless these people with the opportunity to have stuff to go back to school with. And it's just fun for me and something I like to do. I'm not forced to be here. I just do it because I want to. And to see the smiles on these kids' faces is what I do it all for.
What does it mean to do it here on this court?
Oh, it's great, very fun. You know, I mean, Miles is the funniest guy that you always hear at our games. He's always talking junk, telling our coach what to do, telling us what to do when we're on the court. So, you know, I mean, just the type of atmosphere he has and brings to this city is a big part for him. And to come back and do it here where he was born and raised and where he still holds the league at, where a lot of people come and play, and you can't just bring your name, you got to bring your game. So it makes it fun.
There's a lot of parallels between sports and education. What are some of the lessons that you've learned in the NBA that you can teach these kids that they can bring to school?
School, I can tell you what I learned in 9th grade. Just make sure you do your schoolwork. Going to 9th grade, you think you just get opportunity just to go to college by just playing basketball. You have to make sure you have your grades in the right place. Take the ACT or the SAT. So those kids have to understand that aspect of the game. And after that, it's just fair games from there.
What have you learned about these kind of charity events throughout your career? Like, as you look ahead, what are some things you'd like to accomplish throughout your career?
Just keep doing this, you know what I mean? Even when I'm done playing, just having the opportunity to give back to these kids and give them the opportunity to meet somebody like me that's an NBA superstar, a player in the NBA, because I never had the opportunity to grow up and meet anybody else, a professional athlete in any sport. And I think just to show these kids that where I come from, the same place they come from, they have the opportunity to make it. Whatever they want to do in life, you just got to put 110% effort behind it.
Who's the best dancer in your family?
Me. Nobody in my family really dances. My little nephew and niece, but my mom and them, no.
You said your mom was pretty good.
Nah, she just not do the old school dances.
The summer of separation, as you're calling it, what for you to on the basketball court, what is that going to mean for you this year?
What is it going to mean for me? Just expanding my game the same way I did last summer, and just hopefully I go into the season carefree with no injuries or anything like that. Like last year, I think I had a heck of a summer. The first summer not having any injuries or any setbacks, and I just got injured like the first 10 games into the season. So my focus is just to go in with the same mindset I had last year, but just change the dynamics of what my summer is. I can't use the same word. I used football last year, and that's summer separation this year.
Anything particular out of the skill or anything, any part of your game?
All of it, every aspect of it. And I feel like no matter what you're great at, you still got to be able to expand on that part of it. And then the parts that you're not great at, you got to expand on that and try to get better at. So I'm working on all aspects of my game.
How do you think you can help Dwight Howard on the court? How do you think he can help you?
I just think the way I pass the ball, the way I play, get into the paint. You got to pick a poison if you want me to dunk on your center, shoot, score a layup, or pass it to a wide open three, or throw lobs to him. I think I never had that aspect of having to play like that, only with like JWFF Back early in my career, where I was still trying to learn the NBA game and learn how to get better. I think I established myself in this league, and having a person like that kind of makes it easy. Now you have to pick and choose. You know what I mean? Look at like how James and CP does, or how CP's done with almost every team he's been on. He's always had an athletic center, so you're giving up layups or you're giving up lobs, and I think it's going to open the floor for us even more for guys to get wide open threes.
John, where did your spirit of giving come from? Where did you learn how to give and to give back?
Well, I always learned at a long age it's better to give than receive. And coming from where I come from, you had to go get it on your own, so it wasn't nobody really give you anything or making it easier for you. So I see my mom sacrifice, working 3 or 4 jobs, sometimes not paying a light bill for me to play in the basketball tournament. So those type of things, it's like you can't put this into somebody that had to be built with it. Kind of like just having a dog on the court. You can't tell nobody to be a dog on the court. They wasn't born with it, so that's where it all comes from.
It's just a backpack, but it means so much to these kids and stuff. Do you think that maybe this will spark some of the kids to do better in school or be a basketball player, just whatever?
I think so. It's backpacks, it's like pencils and stuff like that, and notebooks. All those type of things you need to go to the first day of school, because sometimes, I remember I go to the first day of school, I didn't have half of the stuff but a backpack, or maybe just a notebook, and trying to survive through that aspect of it. So I just try to make it easy for their parents so they don't have to sacrifice and try to get all those things and just try to make it easier.
John, what was you thinking when you saw LeBron open the school this week and Derrick Rose created a scholarship?
Oh, that's the greatest thing ever, man. I think LeBron has reached the highest level you can reach on it. I mean, the start of school is unheard of. There's everything that you dream of. Is people want to respect you more off the court than anything. I think that's what he's always established. A lot of people don't respect LeBron like LeBron, but one thing you have to do is respect how he is as a businessman. It's probably the best you've ever seen in this game of what he does off the court and making sure people are put in the right situations. And I think a lot of people understand he opened the school, but they didn't read all the other things that came with it. The bullet points was the key point to me. making sure their families are situated, make sure if you graduate, you got a full ride to go to school. Like, people don't see those type of things, the free tuition. That's what it's all about. To open a school and then have these kids have to still pay for it, that's a difference. But he set the bar as higher than anything. And what Derek did is amazing. I think that's what the platform you have to have when you have this opportunity. Not about all the money that you make, but what can you do to get back to it. I mean, those guys are put in situations, and we're blessed to be able to play the game that we love, to make sure our family should be straight for later down the road, but can you help other people out? And that's what it's all for.
Have you been able to drive by Bright Beginnings, a place where you donated all your money to have single-parent mothers go in there?
Nah, I'm definitely going to try to go there before I leave to go back to Miami, but I definitely want to see it, but I was excited that my mom would be able to go there for the opening and my sister's side. So like I said, that's just a step in what I've done, and there's even more that I want to do to add on to that. But that was just a great start for me to be able to see single mothers have opportunity to get a job, to see their kids have somewhere to stay, have opportunity to get education, because those kids are not put in that situation. You never know what the aspects of what their family's been through, the ups and downs, or the obstacles they have to go through. So to be able to see them don't have to worry about how my kid can go to school or how can I get a job, I just try to do the best I can to get back to the community.
For adding Dwight Howard this year, obviously, you guys have talked about expanding Otto's role. What do you think it'll be like for you, just trying to spread the ball around, get people shots, and do you think there will be sacrifices that might need to be made?
When the team want to win, you got to make sacrifices. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you have to do to get the team to win, you got to make those sacrifices. And on our team, when we were that good team the year before, last year, different games and almost different weeks, there was always somebody different leading scorer. That's what we have to worry about. We know the main two scorers are going to be is Brad and me. But all the other guys, we have to get those guys acclimated as much as possible, make sure those guys are getting their touches, make sure those guys are still in rhythm, and understand that we need them just as much as they need us.
What do you think about Kawhi going to the Raptors?
That was interesting. In my opinion, I don't think there was loyalty shown on the DeRozan part, but this is a business, you understand that. And kind of like you said, if you talk to me man to man, just be honest with me, we're all grown men. We knew something was going to happen. We didn't know what was going to happen. We knew the Spurs didn't want to trade him to the Western Conference, but it's for 1 year to test it out, see how it goes.
John, nobody's talking about the Wizards. Everybody's talking about Philly. Everybody's talking about Boston. Everybody's talking about Toronto. So I know as a fan, and nobody talks about my team, I'm kind of like, that's something. As a player, do you care, or is that extra motivation?
It's extra motivation for me. It don't matter to me. A lot of guys don't talk about me being the top 5 point guard. That's cool. It's more motivation, so it's more motivation for us as a team. And it's even better when we was that team that was flying under the radar. We came out and showed people what we was capable of. I think we was the team that everybody was talking about and had so much high expectations for. We kind of failed those expectations. So the job for us is just fly under the radar and make it happen.
John, it's kind of early, but just looking at the roster, you feel like this is one of the deepest things you've had since you've been here?
For sure. I definitely think so. I think just what we have as a starting lineup, and then the guys we have off the bench is probably the deepest team by far that we had. We had pieces at times, but it's exciting for us. We're ready to get going. Next week I'll be in Miami. A couple of guys are going to be down there working out with me and just trying to get acclimated and kind of get some chemistry going before we go to our own little mini camp we have.
Will Dwight be down there?
Yep. Yeah, he'll be there.
In light of LeBron opening up the school, did you have any reaction when Donald Trump tweeted a response to LeBron's interview?
Nah, I ain't even see that part. What'd he say?
If I can, off the top of my head.
Basically said he wasn't smart.
He said that Don Lemon made him look smart in the interview.
Who did?
He said Don Lemon, the CNN guy, made LeBron look smart in the interview, which is a hard thing to do.
He said he liked Mike instead of LeBron.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
That's cool. You think LeBron cares? He's doing it. All I can say is he's doing his part. I mean, as a basketball player, a lot of people don't like him. That's fine with him. But what he does off the court, you have nothing. And what his whole group and team does is a business aspect. You have to respect. He's paving the way for a lot of us African Americans to see what they did of starting their own agency and seeing these guys get signed and taking these little kids on his wing. He's always been that type of guy, big brother. Since I was in 10th grade, he took me on his wing and just paved the way for me. So that's all you're supposed to do. Me as a basketball player, these high school kids look up to me all the time. I try to give them opportunity to talk to me whenever they need anything, to help them get through high school, to help them get through college, to help these kids get opportunity for my own AAU team to put him in a position to succeed. So what he's doing, I give hats all off to him. I mean, nobody's has been able to be in that position to do what LeBron's done. Maybe the money was different back then than what it is now. And what he's done, you can't knock that off. So that's all the comment I have.
When you see him open that school, does that kind of raise the bar for the charitable efforts for an NBA player? Does it make you think even bigger?
It's just well, you can't think of nothing else but try to get to the aspect. I mean, everybody don't have the opportunity to get to that platform, what he's done, but all you can do is raise the bar to show you different things you can add to what you do for the community or do for giving back. And it took him 15 years to do that. It didn't just happen overnight, you know what I mean? So people have to understand that. Since he was 18 years old, he's always been in the biggest spotlight you ever could be. He's been the chosen one. Nobody don't get the chosen one tatted on their back and not live up to it. A lot of people has been the number one pick, this and that. He's lived up to everything and even more in my expectation of what everybody has for him. So he's doing what he's supposed to do.